For a CR1, which stage takes longer? Wait times between the petition to approval or the National Visa Center or the MVC, waiting of the case number, and then what really happens at the National Visa Center. Very good question, and just to let everyone know, the CR1 process is quite a bit different from the K1 visa process, especially when it comes to the National Visa Center, and that seems to be what the question is focusing on. But to let you know, as far as processing times, the longest processing time is with the USCIS. You're looking at usually about 5 to 6 months at the USCIS. You're looking at usually about 2 to 3 months at the National Visa Center, and then another month at the U.S. Embassy. And then you ask, what do they actually do at the National Visa Center? Well, quite a bit more for a CR1 spousal visa. With the CR1, they're going to gather up supporting documents, civil documents, which could be the copy of the passport, the birth certificate, the divorce decrees. They're also going to want to see the police certificates, certificate of no marriage or certificate of singleness. And then for the financial side, they want to see the affidavit of support, they want to see tax returns, pay statements, so they want to see proof of your income. So they actually gather up all these documents, and they will not reach out to the U.S. Embassy and schedule the interview until they have received all those documents. So that's another important role that the National Visa Center plays, that they actually communicate with the U.S. Embassy to schedule the interview. They also send out the letters with invoices to collect payments for the actual visa application, and they'll also collect the payment for the affidavit of support. So their role is quite extensive in the CR1 process, and that's why it takes so much longer with the CR1 visa, because it is a multiple part process, and unfortunately now those processing times are taking even longer than they used to in the past. So altogether you're looking at about 8 to 10 months, and that's combining the USCIS stage with the National Visa Center and Embassy stage.
Yeah, and I would add to that, while the CR1 is much more complicated and takes longer, it is for most people a better idea, or it can be depending on your situation, just because that does directly get you a green card. Fiancé visa gets you into the United States for the purpose of adjusting status, but then you have to adjust status, and it's a filing fee and all of that, and then another 5 months or so wait to get your green card. With the CR1, when you enter, you already have your temporary 551, which is in your passport, and then within a few weeks of arriving here, your green card will arrive by priority mail, and then you're done. At least know it's time to do your removal of conditions. So it takes a little longer up front, a little more paperwork up front, but in the long term, the CR1, while it might look disadvantageous compared to the K1, in the long term it will wrap things up quicker for you.
If you found this video useful, it would mean a lot to us if you could hit the like button and comment below to let us know what you think. You can also ask your own immigration questions in the comments below. If you want to make sure not to miss any of our future videos, we invite you to subscribe here on YouTube, and be sure to click the notification icon so you can be alerted whenever we publish a new video. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, where you can watch our regular immigration Q&A live streams.